Hello everyone, just about to go live, give me a second. Hello everyone, just about to go live, give me a second. Alright, good morning. Hope the trading has been going okay for you guys. And it's Thursday, the aftermath of the FOMC statement. Not a whole lot has happened since that time. We had the news this morning, the unemployment claims, which was pretty neutral to me. The number wasn't that much of a difference to really cause the euro to jump from that statement. It only moved up about 17 pips, and right now it's just kind of staggering. Let's see. So I think I wanted to do something a little differently today. So I'm going to be talking a bit more than looking at the charts. The charts, I don't have a lot of trades in right now. I'm just in on the euro US dollar. You can see my trade idea posted below. I'm short on the euro US dollar right now, and it's been just staggering. So I'll talk about that trade, and then I'll get into a few other things, and then we'll come back to the charts a bit later. Okay, so the trade that I'm in, if you haven't seen the trade idea below, I'm looking at this push up from the statement yesterday, and then the highs of here and here were broken. The biggest thing for me is this push up, though. It was 170 pips about. Lots of green candles in a row with a big push, and then this Harami candle, giving me an indication that there could be potential downside after that point. Well, I haven't gotten it quite yet. It's moved against us right now. About 18 pips, which is not bad. That's not a bad thing. And so I'll just hold on to this. I have my second pending order placed up here at the top, at this area, at this support area, this resistance area here. I was considering going here, but I want my orders to be a little farther apart, so I went with this one. All right, so I do want to put importance on the yen, guys. Right now, there's a lot of news coming out tomorrow with the yen. There's the monetary policy statement that's coming out sometime today. Then the BOJ outlook report, and then the press conference. There's gonna be pretty, I would guess, dramatic events happening on the yen tomorrow. So really be careful if you're in trades now. If you're in profit, I would consider closing them out. And if you have just placed trades, I would reconsider. Or if you were thinking about that, I would also reconsider, knowing what's going to happen. A lot of people are thinking that it's going to be negative, that the yen is going to take a hit with the current outlook and this news coming out. Okay. So there's other pairs. I'll talk about the trades that I took last night. I took two positions, and they both were profitable. I placed one on the trade idea back, I think it was 10 hours ago or so, or 8 or 9 hours. It was this trade here. It was on the pound Australian dollar. This move up, this high taken out. This one wasn't. I like this area up here a little bit more, but I saw how strong this push was. It was a decent in pip size. It was 300 pips, I believe. Sorry for my writing with the computer. That I saw this Harami. This was also one here, and so I took the second one, and my profit was set to 30 pips. I took that in about this area here. So it was a pretty quick trade, almost no drawdown. I also took the Euro Australian dollar pair. I took a trade after I saw this Harami. I didn't place my trade there. I did not enter there. I waited a bit longer and saw this one, which was a better Harami candle. It was bigger. This level was met or even broken. I mean, this wick here did have a higher high, but this was a pretty heavy resistance level that I saw here. So I thought that the pair would give us something in that same area. So we got that Harami candle there. I entered my position here. Looked for 30 pips profit and just barely got it before the reversal. I think that it moved. Actually, no, I took only 20 pips on this pair, I think. Yeah, I took 20 pips profit on this pair. And it was good. So those are the two trades I took last night, and they worked out very well. So our Euro US dollar is still just sitting there, and I expect it to maybe sit there for a while. It's the aftermath of that FOMC statement, so traders are trying to decide if it's going to go up more, if they're going to push it up further, or if that move is actually done. So I think this will stagger for a while up here, and if I see it go higher, then I will have my pending order set, and if it obviously goes down, I'll be taking my 20 pips profit. Okay, so let's check and see if there's any questions right now. Okay, no questions yet. Obviously it goes down, I'll be taking my... Okay. All right, so what I wanted to talk with you guys a bit about today, I'm going to increase my size a little bit of my video stream. Okay. So what I have, this is my pullback SimpleTrader account that you can follow and you can copy trades on. Now, yesterday I mentioned about an error that I had by placing a 13 times the lot size of my typical risk amount, and that's why you see this huge volume increase. And that was a mistake. I closed out for about a 1% loss, and then last night I made about close to 0.5% of that loss back, and now I'm just under of what I was on the 26th of July. Now, this is my personal live account with my personal funds in it, so $9,642. Now, what I wanted to mention to you is something a bit different. Okay, so this is my other account on my FX book. Now, if you look at this, you'll see that it's pullback. So my pullback system at 13 times the risk that I typically do, and it goes to show you that how much the system can do that I'm trading if you are risking basically the entire account. Now, you guys know of traders like Good Boy. He's been getting a lot of press lately with his high risk trading and his gains, but you also know that there's great risk involved in that. And Nick has even said that he has an account cutoff of 40% just in case that was to happen. Now, on my account, I've done 13% in just one day, and 28% in just a week. And I started doing this 13 times risk just on the 26th, so 2 days ago. And that's the results that you get. my point here is not to say that, oh, I'm some god trader, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to show you is that if I really wanted to, I could trade my system at 13 times what I am right now. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to risk $9,000 of my dollars um, to do this type of trading. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth risking my entire account to make these kind of gains, even though they can look they're pretty nice. I mean, 30% in 2 days. Yeah, that's kind of nice. If you look at the previous the results in the past, I was just messing on this account, and there were just small gains of 0.5%, sometimes a 1%. But the time I started on the 25th, the account was at 0.83%, and then I started doing this higher risk trading. So what I want to point out to you guys is Good Boy's a talented guy. I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen that, and he's a talented trader. I mean, that's pretty obvious that you can see his gains that he's done. But the end outcome is usually the same with this type of risk. Now, I don't have losses very often. I had a loss recently a couple weeks ago, but the time I lost before that was 6 months earlier. So I could go on this account for 6 months from my prior history without having a loss. But also, I'm at risk of having a loss today or tomorrow. I could lose this account completely, or have on my standard account I could lose 7%. Now, you can tell me, is it worth risking your entire account or 7% of your account? Is it worth doing that? Maybe you have funds to lose. Maybe you have like $1,000 that you can throw away, and you can risk just putting that basically on red or black at the casino. Because to me, this type of trading is obviously risky, but I know of a lot of traders that can do this type of thing, and it's hopefully I don't get good boy pissed at me, but it's not hard to do. This type of trading is not ridiculously hard to do. You're placing high risk trades at levels and hoping to get those levels correctly. But if you don't get those levels correctly, you are going to be busted. And so, I mean, if you're comparing my results to Good Boy, Good Boy's results, yeah, he's done 30. I think he just made some profit. Let me check. Yeah, 36%. Okay, so he's done 2.45% today, and then 22% over the course of the week. Now, on my results, yeah, I've had a 17% drawdown. All right, but I've also had 13% today and 28% over the week. And since I started, it was only on Tuesday, I believe. Yeah. So I'm not showing you guys this to prove that I'm awesome or that this system is awesome. I'm trying to show you that this type of trading has to be used in a very particular way. You can't put all your money on this. You can't put credit card money on this. You can't use funds that you can't lose, because the outcome is usually the same. Now, we're all hoping that Good Boy is able to grow his account by 100%. So all you guys can withdraw your funds, and then you're just dealing with profit. But we don't know if that's going to happen yet. We have no idea if Good Boy is going to be able to make that happen. So let me just check to see if anybody's commenting. Anchored, are you talking to me? Okay. Trying to find the... I think I accidentally closed out Good Boy's account. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is make sure and uh, take what Good Boy does seriously. Don't get too carried away. Don't get too greedy. The guy's talented. He knows his levels. His drawdown is low currently, but the outcome is that he's putting the entire account at risk. So that means that it could potentially be lost. But as long as you know that and you're aware of that, then that's okay. But just because he's doing very well right now doesn't mean that it's going to continue. It's the same that goes for me too. Just because my account's doing decently doesn't mean that it will continue. But you got to look at somebody's track record too, how they've been doing over the course of the long period. Now, if you look at my accounts in the past, you'll see I have accounts ranging back all the way back to 15 months. So over a year was my first account. First account, I mean, I've been trading for 10 years, but it was my first profitable account. That was open April 13th, 2015. You can see that that's what my results were before I made a withdrawal. Kurt Vaughn on YouTube. Yeah, good money management is very important. That's what I learned in the past years. That's a really difficult thing to learn. Good money management, because it's not really taught. I mean, I was told from the ebooks and the books that I read back in the past that good money management should be not risking more than 2 or 3% of your account. And I was thinking, well, what does that mean? I guess that means not risking more than 2 or 3% of your account. But what about the profit? How much profit are you getting? So I didn't agree with that. Even with these people were telling me, I thought I knew better. I thought I knew. I was like, well, if I'm risking 2% and only getting 2% profit, what about if I increase that risk? So I'm and doubled it. So I'm risking 4% but gaining 4% profit. What if I tripled it? 8%, you just keep doing that and thinking that the stats will add up. But honestly, the higher that you push it, the more things will get out of control and you'll end up having a big loss. Now, the account that I showed you, this one, is it doesn't show that it's obviously a demo. Guys, I'm not going to be taking this risk on a main account. But it's a 500 to 1 leverage account. Now I can't do this on my standard signal. The most risk I can take is what I'm doing right now on the 50 to 1 leverage. I don't want to over risk my account by putting trades that are too high. Now I have a 50 to 1. And if I have too much volume out, then I'm going to not have enough room to give my trades some breathing space to do what they need to do. I followed today from Kurt Vaughn again. I followed today, so thanks for the stream, so I can learn. Kurt Vaughn, if you want to have a really cool community to jump to, go to forexsignals.com, and there's a live chat room there with my feed also showing there, and you can see some other analysts' feed as well. And it's a good place to learn and get some ideas. Joel Richards. I'm not really sure what you're saying there. A little lost. All right, coming back. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Anchored. I do only add to losing trades. Now there's a big reason for that. I have a if you look at my percentage, I have a 73.41% win rate win percentage on my trades. That means that uh, that most of my first trades, so the ones that like for example, the one that you see here, this is considered my first trade. This would be considered my second up here. But my first trade, 74% of those, or around 74% of those, hit my profit mark. So 30% of my trades are the ones that go against me, and I basket trade to get to come out with either a break even or small profit. I never add to winning trades. I feel like that is a waste of pips. So let's say that let's say that you enter a trade here, and then you enter another one up here. You're buying, so you buy right there, and you buy here. You buy on those lines. So this is 2, and this is buy 1. Now, if you buy here and you're expecting the yen to continue to go up, and you're going to say, oh, you're saying I want to buy again up here, then what happens? It goes back down, and you don't know when to close out your position. Now, in this particular case, it went down below your first entry level, and you've just lost all of your profit from your first trade, because you, in a way, got a little greedy trying to add to winning positions. Now, if this continued to keep going up, that would have been great, and you would have been in way more profit. But that's just not a risk I'm willing to take by adding to positions in that way. Potter, who are you talking about? Must be on a good diet? He seems sharp and in good shape. I'm not sure. Are you talking about me or are you talking about somebody else? Uh, the master, yeah, I would buy on a pullback. And I've been giving some examples of that, what I just did, which was entering after a Harami candle here after a big push up. The highs or these swing levels were broken here and here, and new high was made, Harami candle, potential downside. So that right here is the pullback that I'm looking for. Thanks, Potter. Yeah, I guess I have some decent genes. My entire family. If you're talking about the way that I look, yes, I am very very skinny, and I have trouble gaining weight. Actually, it's kind of ridiculous. Um, I used to get made fun of in high school, in college because I was so skinny. Um, and then also have red hair, which doesn't help the situation either. Uh, but yeah, I have 5 siblings, and my parents were skinny as well. I still haven't really been able to gain weight, and I'm 30 now. So I guess I should be grateful for that as of now. BOJ has to fail because I have been ranting about it for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Demon. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You'll be able to, not the wait's almost over, to see what happens. John Z, yeah, it's not a revision to the mean because in this particular, it looks like it may be that if you're using like Fibonacci's and you're going from the top up here down to the bottom, this would be typically like a 50% Fibonacci level. No, that's not typically what I do. I'm looking for volume in the market. I'm looking for what the candles look like. I'm looking for how wide, how big these are, how big these candles are, how many in a row there, how many bullish candles there were in a row, how big this move is from the bottom to the top. Uh, did it break some good, decent support resistance levels? The biggest one up here is what I typically look at. But considering this move and what happened after the news, I'm thinking that there has to be some kind of pullback on the euro at some point. I still am thinking that the euro is going to be on the downside, and there has to be some kind of retracement in this move. And I got the hint here, and so that's what I'm going for. And this one just happens to be in an area that's 50% right in between this whole move. Ryan, skinny people can sit on my face every day. Sorry, couldn't help that. No problem, Potter. It's yeah, I'm a musician too, so I guess the people like to make fun of me in that way too. A skinny musician with red hair. Yeah, not the best combination, but I've made it work. Ryan, how do you control your risk with multiple trades? Do you have a max risk per basket? Yes, I'm very strict on my rules. I have the max risk is 7% cutoff, negative cutoff on my account. Now, if I'm doing something like this, sorry, that's Good Boy's account. I'm not sure where what I was going to show you went. Okay, here it is. So if I'm doing something like this on this account, where I'm making high gains, my cutoff, or the cutoff on this account is 100% loss, basically, or like I think it's like 80 or 90%. So if I have a losing trade on this account, it's totally bust. But on my personal account, it's a little different. It's 7%. You can see back this month I had a 7% loss. It was about 2 weeks in. I think it was on around the 14th, the week of the 14th, and I had a 7% loss. And since that time, I've been getting those losses back. That's standard. That's how my system works. I don't have losses very often. At least my history has shown that. And I make steady gains to make up the loss over time. Now, I'm not going to take over risk trades to make that loss back. That's not what I do. I'm not going to martingale. I'm going to do it slow and steady, and I go from there. Now, considering if I don't have another loss for 6 months, which I'm hoping for, but I can't guarantee, then that would be great. Then I would easily overcome this losing trade over that time period. So right now, over the month, I'm down just 3%. And I still have a couple days left to see what happens. Okay. I do the maxed amount of trades I will have in a basket, Bill, Hupert, or Huppert. I will have usually the max is about 6 is what I will go. And by the time that 6 is in, and if the market is still going against me, I will place a I'll just cut off the account at 7%. Usually by the 6th trade, it's close to 7%, or if it goes much above that. Please comment on EuroCAD. EuroCAD or USD? I think you're saying EuroCAD. Yeah, it's been in this huge uptrend going on right now. I don't see any area of pullback yet on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour at least. On the 1 hour, I did see this, and I was going to comment on this. So that's a Harami candle there. It didn't break the high, that high previously. It did hit it, but it didn't break it. So that's potentially a dirty signal, and I would be looking for support levels to counter that move. And I don't see any up here yet. There's nothing up here yet. So this trade, if taken, it would be in loss currently. I usually like levels to be broken before taking positions. So I would usually like this level right here to be broken before looking for a move back down. Okay. So nothing showing me an indication for it going back down after if you would have taken that position there. The trend is pretty heavy, pretty strong. If I took that trade, right there, I'd be looking for to basket this position, and then I'd be looking for the next possible area. I'd search back, see where everything is, and I would see this level here. Oops, and I don't know why I'm doing a pending order, but I would do this, and that would be my second pending order. So if the pair reaches that level, my pending order would be executed, and I would look to basket these trades. Okay, so that is what I would do on this pair. Now, if you're trend trading, I'd be looking at these levels. Now these are all higher lows. This one did barely get broken, and it's a little lower here, but it did end up continuing with this candle that closed pretty bullish. I mean, you could be looking at this type of movement. I mean, there's maybe even a little small pullback there, or even a trend line of some sort as well. And this would, if you're doing trend line, this might even be considered a false breakout. So I would think that I'm looking at these levels. This level here is a pretty good support resistance level. It's in the pair is just about to hit there. So I would guess it would either, if it closes above that level, if this candle or candle closes above that level, I would say consider potential more movement up. If you get some resistance or some slowdown up here in this area, then yeah, it could move down. So that's what I think on that pair. All right, I'm getting to some of the questions. Eurocad, I got a real question. Do you use the dollar index, Dixie, or a lot to sense over a real movements in the dollar? No, I've been suggested that. I think it was by Potter suggested that. I don't. It's not important to me. I'm not focusing on just on the USD. That's not my focus. I'm not like some kind of USD professional, and I place trades based on what I see. And I've been able to profit over the last 15 months without looking at that, and so I don't find the need at this point. But that may change. Any thoughts on cable today? Yeah, I mentioned a little bit about the position that I had on the pound today. How I took that position here. I'm looking for the pound US dollar to go down to this level where it keeps bouncing, and either hit that level or go below it for a bounce back up. This harami happened, but it wasn't a huge move. It wasn't big enough for me. This move up here before we got this harami candle, it wasn't big enough for me to take that position. So nothing on the pound, and I've been feeling not great about this pair because it's been doing this very ranging thing going on. I don't like looking at this kind of type of movement, even though this pair is still very volatile and a lot of people like to trade range markets. Uh, I did I do look at these levels though, like I was mentioning just a second ago. This level is the strong support area. Just because it's strong doesn't mean that it's going to keep bouncing off of that level, but expect to see some kind of slow down or maybe a small bounce before it either shoots back up or down. Okay, so is this my other pound pairs? I'm not going to trade the pound Japanese yen, not with the news coming out tomorrow. So this entire pair is out for me. What about the about euro US dollar short trade? Do you wait? Did you want me to talk about my short trade, or are you wanting to sell yourself? YouTube followers, I'll get to you in just a second. Slow and steady wins the race. Hope, yes. That's how I feel as well. What is your rule for level broken? Well, I know you guys want for me to give everything away, everything that I do away, and I'm giving away an awful lot. Down to my triggers and what I do. I mean, you won't be able to trade exactly how I do, but at least you have an idea of maybe to get some profitable positions in on your account. But I do recommend going to my SimpleTrader account, which is Pullback. I'll send that in the link now, but I'll also send it later on in the stream as well. But if you can watch the trades on your account as they happen, especially if you know a little bit about my system from the stream, how I'm taking trades. It will give you a better idea of when I'm entering, how I'm entering, when am I basket trading, and it will be a little bit easier to find out if you join that signal. So to answer your question, though, Juan, rule for level broken. This is the hardest thing of this system and trading in general, is trying to figure out where the support and resistance levels are. Where are those levels? How important are they? I mean, you could even find these little guys right here. That's just on the 4-hour. But those levels change even on the 1-hour too. I mean, if I'm marking every single little support resistance area, then that's how you would do it. I mean, if we zoom out a little bit, you have that one there, you have here, you have this, and it's just how you see it. Everybody sees support resistance a little bit differently, and that's why if you traded my system exactly how I did, and without me accompanying you, you might see different support resistance areas. There's something that I do is based on the pair, based on the volatility of the pair, I will widen my support resistance areas for basket trading. I don't want my trades to be too close together, because what happens there is if the trade goes against you, then you're going to be in risk fast, really quickly. Okay, I'm moving on to the questions. I gotta get through these faster. I know I spent a long time. So, yo, body, Ryan. I just saw that. Wow, okay. So, well, I'm selling the euro right now, the euro US dollar, and it's still just being flat. It's being stubborn. If it doesn't move today, that's not the end of the world. Guys, you got to remember something. If a trade is not moving in your direction right away, don't start thinking, okay, it's going to go against me if it's in negative. You gotta hold out on some of your trades. Don't hold out too long where you're holding on to a loser forever, but make sure that you understand what you're doing. I have a plan. I enter my first position here, second position here. I know that if it goes against me, my second order will be pending. Pending, it will execute, and I would be looking for a move back down after it touches this resistance point. And then once it moves back down, I'll take profit. I'll take a loss on the first order and a bigger profit on the second order by closing them out at the same time. I come out with an overall pip gain. I have a plan, and I understand that I can't be wavered out by this movement if it goes up against me. My rule is if I cut off of 7%, not in pip amount. I feel like if you have a stop loss in pip amount, say like for example, if this is my second entry and this is a support resistance area, a lot of people might think if I'm going to enter here, this might be a good place for a stop loss, right? No, not for me. This area, yeah, it could definitely hold, but what if it breaks through that area just a bit and then comes back down? I don't want to get my stop knocked out and then just for it to go back down. So that's why I do some basket trading. Ungrateful folks, thanks Ryan. They want to be mooched sometimes. That's the last question I'll answer on this page before I go to the YouTube users. So yeah, it's the thing is people will be moochers. The thing is that I've done that in the past too. I mean, I've been trading for 10 years. Of course, you want advice. You want somebody to tell you the secret to a trading to a good trading method. But in reality, I found out that this is usually the case. Is if somebody shows you a good system, most likely because they invented the system or they're trading it, they understand everything, the ins and outs of it, that they're the only ones that can really profit with it. The thing is that, yeah, my entries, my triggers, like my trigger right here, is a very good trigger. But you see those inside candles everywhere. They happen everywhere. And some, depending on where they are completely useless. But if you choose the right places to use that trigger, then that can be it can be very successful. And obviously, with my success rate of 74%, it shows. But with the moochers, it's the idea behind my system. And when I first got introduced to forexsignals.com was to have complete transparency, or to be transparent. And I wanted that, and so that's what I'm giving you guys a lot of what I do. And there's no way that you can get all of the system just by me streaming, even over months and months of time. You won't be able to do exactly what I do, but you will have, if the system is still good, you should have some success in some way. Now, it may not be on the same level as me. You might even have more success than me. I don't know. It depends on if you use what I'm telling you and you modify it to fit what you think it should happen, or what best complements this type of trading. Okay. YouTube. Let's see. But you would buy it in a pullback. No, yes, I would buy in a pullback. Got it, thanks. Okay. Ryan, what indicators do you use, or do you just observe price movements? I completely observe price movements. I don't have any indicators. They're not necessary for trading the market profitably. I used to use indicators a lot. I used them as a crutch. Now, I eventually got to realized that they were lagging. Indicators were lagging, and it wasn't helping me. I was getting into trades too late, and they were going against me right when I executed them. and I was tired of that happening. So I eventually started getting rid of indicators entirely. And then I started moving to systems that were that had to do with trend trading. So what's a good one to show you? I was trend trading a lot. I would look for similar to Fibonacci retracements, where you'd be looking for a trend, looking for lower lows, and you'd enter on the retracement. So instead of so this would move up, and I'd be looking to enter in this area or in here for a move back down. The same thing in here, move back down. I did that for just before I started doing counter trend trading. So this was about 6 months ago, and I was having some decent success with it. With doing this, I wouldn't hold my trades for a long period of time either. Just anywhere from 20 to 40 pips. I wouldn't look for this entire move for it to break these levels again. It was too risky for me. There was too much time. I didn't want to lose out on pips. I just wanted to be safe and take the move that I had. How do you choose your limits? I'm talking about the pending orders. If you're talking about the pending orders, I choose them just based on price action. I look at the levels. I look at the price. I look what's happened. I see that this is an obvious resistance point, and I see that this area has been very messy. So it's a little difficult to figure out the best support areas, but I would say definitely here and the top of the channel are the easiest support resistance areas for trading. I mean, you could say this is a ranging box too. So if I'm wrong on this trade here, this could go up and hit this level, but we have the support that hit there and this and hit again there. My hope is that it would hit again there and then drop back down. What would it cost to teach someone else your system? You'd rather know how to trade the system than to just follow somebody's signal, because teaching somebody costs kind of a lot. I mean, I usually, for teaching piano, since I've been playing for 27 years, I would teach I would charge about $100 to $150 an hour, and that's standard. For trading forex, I would do. I mean, roughly, I would probably charge this about the same to teach somebody. I've taught somebody already, a friend of mine. I taught her over the course of about 3 months, and she had no trading experience at all, zero. And her first month of trading, and this is when I was doing trend trading, she did 10% her first month with no experience. So if you're taught the right mechanics from the very start, the right risk idea, what to expect, what the correct support and resistance ideas are, because a lot of the ones that you find online are wrong. And I was able to teach her to do 10% her first month. Now, that doesn't mean that other people will have that same success if I taught them. But so far, my track record's good with that. She's a very smart person, and thinks outside. She thinks outside the box like I do. So I guess that was helpful. I don't. They're the same anchored. For example, if I have a $25,000 demo account, which I'm having my trades copied to the 9,600 account that I have, my copier is working now. I got a different one. It's not going to mess up anymore. But $25,000, I should move up my risk a bit. So that would be 0.25 lots on every single basket trade that I do. So my pending order is set at 0.24 for this particular. When I had $24,000 in the account. So I don't martingale. I don't sim my martingale. I think that's risky. I have never found a martingale system to work, and I've tested tons of them. I've tried to get martingale to work on my systems. I created hundreds of EAs, or had hundreds of EAs created to try to see if the martingale idea would work, and I just couldn't do it long term. I could get it working for like 5 years, but that's if I can't get a system working or showing positive results since the beginning of the pair, then it shows weakness, and it shows an even weakness at that point. For example, this is a non-martingale EA, and this is the equity curve. Since the pair pretty much started, which was or as far as back I can backtest, which is 1994. This is a basket trading EA that shows that basket trading can be profitable long term if it's done in the correct way. Now this EA does not have a cutoff of 7% like I do on my personal trading, but it did have 76% drawdown at one point. The thing is that the cool thing about this is that it's from 1994 all the way to 2000, the 2000 current date, 2016. But I don't think that using this EA is very valuable. I mean, yeah, it grew 10,000 to 392 over that course of that time. But it also doesn't take into effect the news, financial crisis, and problems that happen in the world. And so I don't trust this type of EA anymore like I used to. It doesn't make sense to, especially putting this much risk on your account. It doesn't make sense to me. But it does show me that basket trading can work, and that every time I try to do martingale or semi-martingale, it doesn't work. And semi-martingale, if you don't know what that is basically when you do 0.1 and then you go 0.2, 0.3, and 0.4, and doing it that way. Use dying to explode to the upside. I feel it in my bones, lady. Let's see. It's definitely holding there. That's why traders are not really knowing what to do yet. Maybe nobody's trading at the moment as well. It's likely that people pulled out their positions for profit in this area when I got that Harami candle, and so now it's the time where people are trying to decide where it should go next. And we don't know how long that's going to take. Could happen later today, next week, just don't know. I have to go for 15 minutes, but I really enjoy this analysis. Are you here every day? Yes, I am here every day, anchored. I'm here at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time every single day of the weekday. What time frames do I trade? I trade 1 hour and 4 hour. So if we're going back to, I'm going to do some chart analysis for the next couple of minutes before I end. I might not be able to answer everybody's questions, guys, so keep that in mind. Vasu on average, what is your risk to reward ratio? Well, I do it in a simple way. I don't do like in the standard 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 or 2-to-1 type of situation. I do it in percents. I My average monthly profit is in anywhere from 3 to 5%, and my loss for a losing trade is 7%. So in reality, it will take me about 4 to 6 weeks to make back my loss, and I'm totally fine with that. It's normal. I understand it. I've done it before, and I'm used to it. Uh, uh, the guy from Asia, I would recommend going to uh, forexsignals.com. Here, let me give you a link in a second. If you're new to trading and you want to find out a lot of information, you'll learn a lot from the link I'm going to send you. Go to the chat room there, and there's a lot of traders that can help you and guide you there. What is your leverage? Dizzy, David's, my leverage is 50 to 1. That's something that I wanted to talk about briefly maybe before I get into the charts is my 50 to 1 leverage. I am in the US. I am required to only trade 50 to 1 leverage because I'm in the US. Unless I go with an unregulated broker like Telenex or um, or Forex Broker Inc. There's a couple of others that you can do as well, and that I can get higher. My FX Choice, I think, is another one that I can get higher leverage. But the thing is that I'm tired of dealing with those brokers. I'm tired of dealing with those brokers that are unregulated that could just steal your money. Now, in reality, any broker can do that. They can withhold your money, take it and run with it, even if they are regulated. But it's much easier to put law enforcement or a lawyer on them when they are regulated in the country that you live, or just regulated in general. So I use 50 to 1 leverage. It does make it so I'm limited to what I can do. But I've developed a system in my prior systems to work on 50 to 1 leverage. So that means that any person can use it if they're outside the US or in the US. The thing is that on SimpleTrader.com, there's a huge problem, and the problem is there are not that many good traders that use 50 to 1 leverage. I'd rarely see anybody using 50 to 1 leverage anymore, and it's because there's not a lot of U.S. traders, at least good ones at that, because they struggle with that leverage. We're so limited to this 50 to 1 leverage, unfortunately. Let me make my picture smaller so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So this leverage that I'm pointing at here it shows 50 to 1. Now I've traded in the past. I've scalped on 300 to 1, 300 to 1, and up to 500 to 1 at Forex Broker Inc. That's what I did on this account. Ryan Brown, 10 to 20% per month. Now on this account, it was almost strictly scalping. I did a basket trade that I held on way too long in here, as you can see. But this was almost strictly counter trend basket trading, scalping on the Euro US dollar. And so I was getting some really good profit. Now I'm not doing that anymore. The scalping is highly profitable, but it's too much risk. I don't want to take that anymore, and I moved away from unregulated brokers. I don't think I'll go back unless I do a small account of like $1,000 where I'm doing high risk trading. Okay. Looking at the questions. Okay, nothing showing. So those that live in the U.S., I'm sorry, it sucks for us. It really does. We just don't have a lot of options now, and I think it's going to get worse. I think they're going to put more regulations on us. Too many people are losing money. in spot FX. So they try to regulate that to control it a little bit. And the thing is that people are still losing money, just not as quickly. So what you could do with my system, all right, this is just a suggestion. This is not something that you should do that I'm telling you to do. This is something that you can do, but you make sure that you understand the risks involved. So if you join my signal, let's say that you join wherever the hell it is, hold on. You join my signal. You have the option of running this system at any risk level that you want. Now, as I showed you already, you can run my system all the way up to 13 times the risk that I'm taking. That's the highest I would go, because if once I have a loss, your account will blow up, pretty much. But if you're risking like 2 times or 3 times, you got to understand what happens. If I'm risking 7% of my account on a losing trade, and you're risking and you're doing 2 times the risk, that means that you'll be losing 14% of the account. But instead of 3 to 5% per month that I'm on average that I'm making, you'll make 6 to 10% per month. And so you can do the math, and I don't think it's too hard. But understand that there's more possibilities depending on how you want to trade this type of, how to use my trading, pretty much. If you want to high risk it, you'll see the gains. But you also understand that you're risking the entire account to make these gains. 3 days time, 28%. Without people losing money, there's no market. Yes, silly regulations. Let's see. I'm not sure how much longer I want to go on for. How much more is beneficial? I've already taken about an hour now. Are you wasting our time with a demo account? Blaze, what are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about this demo account. Yeah, I really need to get rid of this. It's just that I have to make sure that my account, all my trades are closed, and I keep forgetting to do that. All my trades are closed before I move over to my live account, which you can see. I'm going to point it out just in case you guys really want to see. Look at the top, up here. Well, maybe my words on my stream are not showing it, but you can see there's a live GMT -5 live, and I have $9,642 in there. Yeah, Blaze, I'm trading off of a demo account because I was using a prop firm, Maverick FX, and I was using a bridge for their software. They don't offer MT4, so I couldn't use standard copy software to copy my trades to that account. So I needed to open up a 25,000 demo account in order to do that. It's a long story. I won't get into it now. But I know I have no need for this account anymore, and so I will be eventually moving over to trading directly on my $9,642 account, and we'll likely do that soon in the next couple days or over the weekend. I just need to get it done. Okay, to use an indicator. I said that just a second ago, Diego. I don't use any indicators. I've said before, I think that they're lagging. Some can be beneficial, especially if you're learning. And you need to know where trend lines are, where the support resistance areas are. I do think that the best indicators that you can get would be, let me see if I can show you some. Okay, yeah, that's right here. It's hard to see this indicator right now on the screen. But you can see there's blue lines. Let me get rid of the grid so you can. You see the blue lines, and you can see the red lines. And these are the support resistance lines up here. These are the resistance lines, and the red lines are the support lines, and then the pink is the daily pivot. So this is a decent indicator. So I think that the best indicators to use are MAs, or EMAs, and support resistance lines. EMAs have their own problems. They're lagging, but at least they can show you the trend. If you're having trouble trying to see where the trend is, which I don't think you need indicators for, I don't need indicators for trend. But if you're new and you need some help, then EMAs are good for that. Support resistance is probably the most important thing to know, because then you understand where the levels are. And levels are where the market is typically tailored to go to. And it will bounce. It will potentially waver a little bit on these levels, as you can see here. Hold on, let me get my color back. Here and here. So the market bounces a little bit, and then it does something. Bounces a bit, goes up. So usually these are strong levels that people are using to take their profits and potentially change the direction of this of the pair. Now it could waver a little bit and continue in its direction, but those levels are important to know, because they are levels that traders are looking at to potentially take profit, or to enter the market, or to have their stop losses placed at these levels too. I got a bag of wine gums and can't stop eating them. I haven't tried those things before. They don't look very good. But I guess that you really like them, so maybe I should try them at some point. I do like candy, so don't get me wrong. Like, 'cause that keeps me awake in trading. All right, let's check out YouTube. Diego, I only use support and resistance lines to analyze. Yes, that's similar to me, but I also I want to be aware of the trend. Since I'm a counter trend trader, I need to be aware of the trend too. And yes, the levels are important. What brokers are you using? I'm using Oanda pretty much exclusively. I am demo trading on the on IC, and that's the account that you saw that I'm taking the 13 times risk on. This is an IC account. All right. I am also trading a Forex Broker Inc. demo account as well. I used them quite a bit in the past. So those are the brokers I'm using, but the one I have my live account is just Oanda, and I love them. I think they're a great broker. I use trend lines as well. Diego, you should check out forexsignals.com so you can check out other ideas there, or even help some other traders out with the techniques that you use. Do you calculate your lot size before you enter? Yes, I do. Make sure that's something that you guys really should make sure that you're doing correctly, because that can cause potential issues. Make sure if you're doing the one-click trading that you have this calculated correctly. Mine is really easy. If it's $25,000 I have in the account, then I'm gonna use 0.25. So it's really simple. And if it's $1,000 in the account, then 0.1. Sorry, 0.01. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of movement now on this the euro. It's cut back a little bit. Guys, I still think that this is going to move down. Now, if you're talking about percentages, I have a 70 with how I've been trading over the past how many weeks it is? Is it? It's been, let's see what rank I am. Hold on. All right, so if you're looking at the front page, I am ranked 71, and my account has been up on this particular account has been up for 16 weeks. So over 16 weeks, just on this account, I've had a 73.4% win rate. So that means that this particular trade, from my past experience, this particular trade right here, on this level, has a 74% chance of winning. Of hitting that level. I'd say that's pretty good, right? Now, I don't know if my percentages are gonna stay. This could be that one trade that goes against me. I have a 25% chance of that happening, and me hitting like a stop loss or hitting a basket of like 6 trades or something like that. But this particular trade, yeah, it does have about a 70% chance of hitting my profit line. At least that's what the stats tell me. Let's see. Looking at YouTube. You're talking about. Hold on, guys. Is Good Boy struggling or something? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Good Boy, why didn't he take a profit? This is not when Good Boy potentially loses. Yeah, he's in his biggest drawdown right now. But guys, don't freak out yet. Let's see if I can give you any positive thoughts on what's happening with this. Okay, so he's on the pound, and he's looking at. His trades are really close together. I mean, if you're looking from the top, his top position, which is at 545, to his lowest position. Oh, he's got multiple trades. So they're 10 pips apart, and he has 17 lots out in a 10 pip bracket on the account. That's pretty high. Now, is he going to get a bounce? Let's see. Let's look at all the time frames. Now, there's a couple things I see. I see this Harami candle here after this move, which wasn't big. I wouldn't trade this Harami candle. So there was a jump there, which I think he got some up in this area. I think he had a pound trade already in there. And if we're going down to the 15-minute chart, I think he got some profit in there, in here. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly how he's trading it. I hope he doesn't lose, but he's obviously hoping for this candle to do a little bit more of a pop. Let's see if he gets it. Okay, so let's go back to my trading. Questions on YouTube. What do you think of the BOJ tomorrow? Yeah, what do I think? I think not to trade. I think not to trade until after everything is settled. I will be staying out of all of my Japanese yen pairs. That includes the pound Japanese yen, the euro Japanese yen, the CAD Japanese yen, the UJ, everything. I won't be taking any Japanese trades. This pair has been scaring me lately, anyways, because of how it's been reacting to these news with the stimulus coming out. How we didn't even know what it was. It moved up in a huge way. People were thinking that the stimulus was going to be a big deal. It may still, but we didn't have any details in this massive move up. We still didn't know in this area, and it's continued to push up, and there was almost no pullbacks. There were almost no pullbacks in that move. It was danger zone, and it actually caused me to lose, have that losing trade on the Euro Japanese yen during that same kind of push up. Wherever that was. Oh, there it is. This push up here was troublesome for me because there was almost no pullbacks. There was one point that I was only a few pips away from closing out my trades, but it didn't happen, so I had to take a loss. But that UJ, the Japanese yen during that time was a mess, and I didn't like how the price action was doing. It wasn't following price very well. There was too many buyers in the market, and not enough sellers at that point, causing price action to be very finicky there. So what happened was there was a tweet that came out from one of the members, top members in the Japanese financial markets. I'm not sure if it was an analyst or if he was part of the BOJ or what, but he came out with a tweet, and it caused this bounce to happen, back down, and then ever since that time, it's had a lot more down movement. There's been news saying that they didn't know how much stimulus there was going to be, if there was any that was going to be needed at all, and then this other down movement happened, and then obviously the bounce back up after that. So yeah, I'm not going to be trading the BOJ. I understand that this pair is going to be a nightmare tomorrow. Some people will profit a lot. Most people will probably lose if they're trading it. I will check out your website. Diego, that is not my website. That is um, uh, that is a professional website that I do my streams on. It's a place where you can copy great traders. You can copy their signals. You can learn from them. There's a forum. There's a chat room, but where you can speak to traders directly and live. And they also give you trade advice and trade ideas that you can see and you can use. It's a great place to be. What session do you trade the most? I trade the New York. I rarely trade the Euro sessions. Probably once every one night a week or something like that, if that. I also will sometimes trade the Japanese session a bit too. What Twitter account do you follow? I don't follow any Twitter accounts, but I do see the tweets that come up on forexfactory.com. Forex Factory does post some of those tweets once they do come out. There is a small delay with them, but I don't trade those. I don't trade news. I usually stay out of the news. I don't want to have any part in it, and don't want to be a part of the mess. So I usually will trade after the news is released. I want to start live trading. I've had a demo account for a while. Is there a way I can trade like you do? Yes, you can. If you want to do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to copy somebody that has some background in it? Because if you want to do it yourself, then forexsignals.com is a great way to learn. A lot of people will post pictures of their trades that they're taking, and they'll also tell you what indicators they're using as well. I mean, there's live streams like I'm doing here, where I'm telling you how to trade without any indicators, but just looking at the candles. It's a great place to learn. There's also a few other places that you can go online, but honestly, it's really difficult to get good information because the information that traders are receiving are from other losing traders. And so you've got to be very selective with who you get your advice from. Do you think we should be looking for a BOE rate cut? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't try to predict that kind of stuff either. What's the point? Because if I said, yeah, I think they will, I'm not sure what good that's going to do, because my suggestion is just a prediction, and my prediction is no better than yours. Your prediction is no better than my mom's prediction, and she has no experience. So honestly, and it's no different than even an analyst. What about an analyst that's been doing it for years? It's no different for him. It's still a prediction. Just because he has a lot of experience doesn't mean he's going to be right on this call. So yeah, I don't try to predict the market like that. Why do you trade the micro account? It will not pay the bills as a full-time trader. The micro account? What micro account are you talking about? Because I don't have a micro account. I have a standard $9,642 account. But if you're wondering what I also do, I trade full-time, yes. But I also am a part-time musician and been doing that for 12 years. I play with a group called the Five Browns. We're a classical group. We play on 5 pianos at the same time. On stage, we play orchestra arrangements, like, for example, Rhapsody in Blue and Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, Rite of Spring, stuff like that. And so I tour around the world, and I've been doing that for quite a long time. And so that's what I do part-time. But when even when I'm on the road and traveling, I trade as well. I had a lot of downtime. That's one reason why I got into trading in the first place. Okay, let me check forex signals just to make sure that people are not saying anything. We want an anti-EU party. Potter always getting people riled up. That's what you do best, buddy. Okay. Yeah, that's right. A standard account, one lot, 100,000 units. All right. Let's see how things are looking. It looks like Good Boy is still not coming out so well on this trade. But he's only from last updated, he's only at 2.65% drawdown. I hope he comes out for you guys. All right, guys. Any last questions before I sign off? On YouTube or on forexsignals.com. Are you guys talking about Good Boy's account now? Yeah, the 21.52 lots. Yeah. Okay, Angel D, yeah, I can help you with that. Before I sign off. Honestly, guys, this is why I got a little scared. Before Angel D, this is why I got a little scared of Good Boy trading the pound. The pound and the Euro Japanese yen and the Euro US dollar have been pretty correlated recently. When I saw this happen, I got a little worried that when Good Boy was trading the pound and buying the pound. Now what's happening is the cutback on the euro is happening for me, and he's on the wrong side. Now he doesn't need a whole lot to get out of that position for this bounce back up for him to get out, but he's in already pretty deep. Crossing my fingers for him. Okay, so let's talk about the Euro US dollar. Angel D. I'll get to your other questions in just a second, guys. I'm going to do a quick rundown. Hopefully, Angel D, I know you may be a little bit new. I hope this isn't too fast for you, but I'm going to give it quick because I've already done it a couple times. I'm looking at these levels. I'm seeing the FOMC statement that came out yesterday. It was a big move up, right? I saw this new high was made. It broke this level. It broke this level. It broke this level. Then when I received a Harami candle. If you don't want to know what a Harami candle is, I suggest you look it up. Excuse me, I just had to sneeze. And a Harami candle here with the potential for the downside. So far that may be looking like it's starting right now. So typically I look for big levels to be broken. That's a big level up there. Now the reason why I took this one was because of this big move from that news that came out. It was very strong, a lot of bullish candles in a row. I got this indication here of the Harami causing showing potentially people were taking profits in this area, and the pair would maybe move back down. So that's what I'm doing, and I have my profit level there. Okay. Thanks, Ryan. I think Aussie is still gonna drop. Let me look at the Aussie. I think that usually these are correlated, guys. Or have been recently, the Euro US dollar and the odd US dollar. As you can see here, if you're looking just from the new statement, there. Let me go to the 1 hour. And here. So when the euro US dollar is going down, it's likely, not always, likely that this is going to fall as well. How much so, I don't know. But what I do know is that you should be looking for certain levels that may be hit. So so this could potentially go down a little farther. Let's see if I'm missing any. Yeah, there's a pretty good levels in here. So it really could go down further, break these resistance lines that I put, and go down here or down there. But keep an eye on those. On these, if you have candles that close above those, below those levels, then there could be more potential downside. See, right now, this is the first resistance level I see, or support level, and this candle has not closed below it yet. Okay, so good boy might be getting some love here. You get starting to get a little bit of a wick. Now he needs it to go up a bit more. Okay, Nick is online till now. I thought Nick was asleep, but I guess maybe he's back in. Ryan, have you ever run your signal on 2x or 3 times the risk? No, I haven't, but you can. You can do that if you followed my signal, but you understand that if you do 2 times the risk, that means that you'll, instead of having 7% loss, when I have a loss, like a 7% loss of your account, you'd have a 14%. And if you did 3 times the risk, you just do the math. You can figure that out. It's up to you how much you want to risk. You know that I'm profiting roughly 3 to 5% per month. So how much you want to profit, how much you can risk, it depends on your leverage. But if you do use 50 to 1 leverage, you cannot risk more than what I'm doing. If you have 50 to 1 leverage, you cannot do 2 or 3 times or any more than one than the same risk that I'm taking. Okay? He will be fine. Good boy. Potter, I'm glad that you've got the confidence. He only run 13 times. Yeah, good boy, if you're talking about my my account. Let's check out Good Boy, see what's going on here. Good boy he has 21 lots still in at a 4.4% risk. My account was 13 times. That was the max that you could run my account. But remember that if I have a loss, your account's busted. Your account is margined, pretty much. You might have a loss of like 80, 85%. Can I copy link this good boy characters trades? Can I copy link? Yeah. Let me put it in. I think it's, yeah. You can find this other places, but I'm gonna put the link. Oh, wait. Looks like somebody already did it. I am so far behind, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I gotta start moving through these a little faster. I like Good Boy's my FX book. Long live Good Boy. Potter, you crack me up, buddy. Hi Ryan, Eurocad. I think there will be a pullback. I think that there's going to be a potential for a pullback in this area because of our resistance point. Yeah, but I won't be taking any position until I get an indication of that with the candlesticks. So we just hit a new hour. I'm looking at this candle. Is this going to be an inside candle? I have to wait another hour for that to maybe take effect. There was an inside candle here. It didn't break the top, but there was an inside candle here with a potential for an entry. That didn't happen. So the next area of support or resistance would be where I just marked it with the red line, which is only 36 pips away. Now, if I got an inside candle here and I wasn't on this trade, then I would enter another position and basket this trade if there was an inside candle to move back down and then close out my trade quickly. So this area could show you some resistance, yes, but we'll just have to wait and see if it blows through it. Now, if this candle happens to close above this level, if it closes above that level, then yeah, then you could see some more up movement. Let's see, moving through. I'm gonna keep the pound up. I don't like poking fun at sometimes someone's drawdown, but that kind of risk when you buy at every pip level is straight high risk wager, not trading. DJ Vox, I agree. I don't like poking at Good Boy either. Like I said, he's a talented trader. And he obviously knows what he's doing. He knows the risk that he's taking, and that's just the type of trader that he is. Well, it doesn't mean that he's going to blow his account right now. Yeah, he's in a lot of risk right now, but I mean he's getting some love right now with this move, and I don't think he needs a whole lot to get out of this position. He might even be close right now. So 6.84%. That was 3 minutes ago, but since 3 minutes, it's been he's had some push up. Thanks a lot, Ryan. What'd I do? Everyone buy cable. We need to save. Good boy. Potter, dude. Yeah. That's funny. That's good. Unfortunately, us retailers retail traders have no effect on the price movement. I could buy 1,000 lots and that won't move. Because I'm a retail trader. But since the banks, those are the guys that are really driving the price. Those guys their trades go directly into the market. So whatever they do, and since they have so much volume, they will affect. Like Tony says, the market is forward looking. GBP now looking towards the BOE. You can't copy Good Boy. It's a ma'am. Yeah, you have to go to the forum, guys. There's a Good Boy page there on the forum, and if you want to sign up with him, you can do that there. If you want to take the risk, you can do that there. Good Boy is safe, people. He can close the trades. It is not the end of the world. Okay. Let me continue reading. He closes in loss. I will be stuck. You see he's looking... half out? Wait. Half out, Ryan, laugh, way. I'm not really sure what you're saying there, Dupapa. Angel 20 to 30. Are you talking about my pips, my take profit? I'm doing 20 on this particular trade. But you could do 30. You could do 30, but I like to play it safe. There's none, but looking at max drawdown in this basket versus where he was when Ryan spoke, you don't know when Good Boy will exit. You don't. It usually takes anywhere from 10 to 15 pips. Well, 10 to 20 pips depending on the move. Is Good Boy even in here? Yeah, Good Boy FX. He's in here. He's in the room. I don't know if he's listening or not. Um, if you get in the EuroCAD trade, how much would take profit be? EuroCAD. So I don't trade this pair all the time. I usually just trade it on the 4 hour. My profits. This is a pretty volatile pair. I would probably be looking for about 30 pips, typically. So we're getting some movement at our resistance point, but there's still a long. There's 55 minutes left of the hour. I think this is going to probably close below the open of that candle, and there won't be an inside candle. Nugil, it's because I mean don't take word for word what I know. I just know the general idea behind retail traders versus non-retail traders. Most retail traders, because the sizes their accounts are so small, the majority of retail traders accounts are under 10,000. And because they're so small, what's the point of putting them directly into the market? So typically, what a broker will do is they'll take down your trade, and at the end of the day, so at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they'll go and they'll send all their trades in, and just basically it's like a receipt, basically. And that's, as far as I understand, that's how it works. They send in the receipt for the orders that were placed for the day, and then get the profits and losses and calculate it that way. That's a very general idea. Don't take me word for word on that. I'm not a professional in that area on brokers. You'd probably be better asking somebody else. Are you here every day, Ryan? Yes, I am here every day. I'm taking too much time right now. I've been on for an hour and a half, and I shouldn't be taking that much time. But the messaging is kind of fun to be involved in the good boy action that's currently happening too. Is also kind of fun to be watching. All right, I'm going to YouTube. All right, guys, I'm here. First time here. YouTube recommended you. Oh, YouTube did. Scott Gregg. Oh, thanks. Where did you find that, Scott Gregg, on YouTube? Because I'm trying to figure out where these YouTube users are coming from. Why don't you just scale in? Scale in to my current position? Or are you talking about in general? Do you use volume indicators? No, I don't use volume indicators. I can just tell what the volume is looking like just by watching the price action of the candles. I can see when a candles like this is happening, how quickly it's moving, how slowly it's moving. When it's moving quickly, that means that there's some good push, good movement, some good volume that's happening. I'm also keeping an eye on the spread that's happening. If it's widening, if it's tight, and that also shows me what's happening with the volume. I don't need a volume indicator to help me there. It was on the first page of YouTube. Really? Wow. Okay. Is it recommending it to traders? I'm not, because it seems like a lot of these people have some knowledge on YouTube. I always bring people to this page. So if you want to join the community at forexsignals.com, or where all the chatting is coming from, or most of it, I'm going to place a link. Now, sign up there. It's free, and you can join a room there where everybody is talking about the trades, what's happening, placing trade ideas. It's a great community. Okay, so what are you using as software? I'm using MetaTrader 4. Most forex brokers have MetaTrader 4, and I'm using no indicators. It's just the candlesticks, which is standard. If you looked at trading stuff, you see it on front page maybe. Yeah, I guess so. You're doing the right thing. Oh, thanks, Scott, Greg. What am I doing right? Oh, hopefully trading right. Null, me too. I'm going to start soon to trade. Welcome to hell. It can be hell. Yes, it can. Why no indicators? Flying blind? I use no indicators because I don't need them. I don't need them to trade like this. Why use indicators if they're potentially not helpful? Indicators were invented to try to help traders know where the market is going, but the thing is that indicators are always lagging. They're always slow. So why use something that's going to get you into a trade too late? I'm not into forex trading though, but only in forex traders that stream. But only for that's interesting. Love the naked chart. Don't know why forex traders seem like gold diggers. They do, unfortunately. It's because most of them are. I'm sorry, forex, for everybody. Hopefully you didn't take offense to that. But they are gold diggers. Why? My reasoning is pretty simple. I think that most forex traders starting out get the wrong idea of what forex trading is. They think it's rags to riches type of stories that they hear, that they learn from. They see people growing a $1,000 account into $100,000, and they're really impressed by that. And the thing is so it becomes this idea of gambling or working from home. This idea that's so skewed. And so people go into trading starting out risking way high amounts. Too much risk. They don't understand what risk they're doing. They're gambling. Oh, I think the market's going to go down. But they have no idea of why they think the market's going to go down. They're just looking at the charts thinking and hoping that will happen. So you got to, before you start trading, I would recommend demo trading for a long time until you become profitable. People think that demo trading is so different than live trading. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be different. All you have to do is just, if it's a $1,000 demo account, just make believe, and I can do this in my mind. Maybe it's just because I've been doing trading for so long, but I can make believe that $1,000 is real money on a demo account. And I can have the same type of pressures involved in that just by thinking in that way. So if you can do the same, that's what I recommend doing. If you can't be profitable on a demo account for longer than 3 months, it's not worth trading live. Why waste your time there? Let's see. Don't know why forex traders. We are indeed. I agree. More like rags to $0. Nice one, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's. You've heard the saying, 95% of traders lose. It's a sad story. It's an overused term, but it is true for the most part, as far as I understand. I mean, I see traders losing their accounts all the time. The thing that pisses me off the most is when traders hide their losses, and they'll say something like, I don't lose accounts. And they just lie about it. They just lie about their history. It's like this arrogant way of saying that the market hasn't beat them. I don't know why that is. I had times of the same thing. I didn't want to tell people that I was losing. It was a strange time to be in the market. Right now, I tell people when I lose. I show it on my account. I tell when I make a mistake. I don't know why. It's just. Maybe I'm used to it now. Maybe I'm used to that idea. Sorry, guys, on forexsignals.com. The YouTube page is very active, and so I'm trying to answer all the questions there. I just use candlesticks, but Sharma. I do use just candlesticks and trend lines, or not trend lines, but I draw on the chart. I use levels. I look at where the trend is going on the 4-hour and 1-hour charts, and then I use candlesticks for my entries. Now, if you want to keep watching my YouTube channel or my stream on forexsignals.com, you can do that, and you'll eventually get to the point of seeing what I'm doing. I'm not going to explain it all right now since I'm trying to end here in a few minutes. Right, I'm new. I've been educated myself for the last 2 months. Yeah, I educated myself for 10 years, man. I educated myself for 10 years, and I didn't no, 11 years total now. I didn't become profitable until the 10th year. I lost a lot of money in the beginning. I went for a 5-year break where I was just trading demo account. I was still trading, but I was just trading a demo account, and I did that for 5 years until I could become more profitable for longer than 3 months. It didn't take me 5 years. It actually took me 10 years to get to that point. So that 5 years was a lot longer than I thought. I did start using some real money after 5 years though, and not a lot though. I think my largest account at that time was like $1,000. Okay. Next, I'm going to start with $50. $50, you got to give your account some breathing room though. Be aware of your leverage. So I usually don't recommend trading on an account smaller than $1,000, and that goes for 50 to 1 leverage and 500 to 1 leverage. If you're doing $100 or $200 or $300, it's just not enough money to give your trades a room. So I would recommend demo trading on a $1,000 account and waiting until you're able to be profitable on that account before depositing, making the jump to the $1,000. And really, it should be at least 3 months profitable, and it should be more like 6 months profitable on demo. If you can't be profitable on the demo account for 3 to 6 months, then trading is probably not for you. I started out analyzing data, gathering log files for different equities, running automated trading bots in different languages. Now I am back at manual trading stock index and stocks. Good. Yeah, I used EA's expert advisors for quite a long time, and I used them for mostly getting hints or ideas for my live trading. What types of basket trading would work, if martingale was a viable use of trading. What risk levels? So I did a lot of EA trading in the past, just mainly for testing. I did use some robots at times, but it was never something that I did for long term. I would recommend signing up for IG Markets and opening a demo account and try using a real-time terminal for free or demo account. That's good advice. You can pretty much use any broker as well. I recommend if you're wanting to do forex to do Oanda. Oanda has a very good price feed. They might have a lower leverage than the other brokers, but my other broker recommendations are IC Markets. And if you want a non-regulated broker that I've used, my top recommendations are Telenex and Forex Broker Inc. Been using the simulator for 2 months. You'll use it longer. You can't. You got to get used to profiting on demo. The thing is that a lot of people take more risk on demo accounts than they do on live trading. So they'll profit more on demo than on a live account, leading them to believe that they're going to be really profitable. When a live account comes, the risks and the pressures are different. Where real money is at stake. I've really tried. I think you should not only practice on demo trading and trying to be profitable. You should also practice the stress that's involved in that as well. Make believe that is real money. Otherwise, you're not going to take things seriously. Do not ever stimulate the thing with exact spread your broker gives you. Your simulations will be way off. They can be. The simulations can be. You got to pick a good broker for that. Like Oanda's simulation is very close. That's why I'm even using a demo account to copy to my live account, is because it is so accurate on their demo feed. So that's a good broker for that kind of demo trading. 24fx.com is great. I haven't checked them out. My signals are pretty solid ATM, self-made. Okay, so I'm going to move back over to the forexsignals.com. I think I've missed a lot. All right, so did good boy get out of his trades? I don't think he did, but I'm checking. No, it looks like he's still in. His drawdown's a little less. He's at 4.26%. Has he added any more? Oh, he's at 30 lots now. 30 lots on an $80,000 account. Anybody know what the leverage is on this account? I would guess maybe 401, maybe 300. Armin, are you trading with Good Boy right now? Join you on what, Armin? Is this on the cable? Are you talking about the pound to save Good Boy? How do I decide on basket entries? I mean, I don't want to go over it every single day because I'm gonna bore all the people that always come in here. But come back tomorrow, Dune, and I will talk more about the trades that I'm in, what I've done. I just talked about a few times already today about the one I've been in already, which is the Euro US dollar, and what criteria I use to enter. So stay tuned for tomorrow because I will go over some trades, but I think for the most part I'm here just to finish up answering some questions. I don't see any. By the way, I don't see any other trade opportunities yet. I'm gonna look real fast to see. And that is, I'm looking on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts to see if I see anything. And you can see how fast I can do this. There was a trade here I took. My entry was at the top. I took that for a profit. That was the last one I saw on that. Nothing coming up. All right, so the Euro Canadian dollar, we still have 40 minutes left. But if that closes below or closes inside, that would be a potential signal. Why? Because it's been up a lot over the past while. Look at this. If you look at this move, it's been a big trend line, a good staircase going on. So yeah, I would enter up the peak if that candle gives me an inside Harami right up there. I'm gonna wait and see. Okay, it is a euro pair though, and I am on the euro US dollar. I might reconsider taking that since that means I would be on 2 euro pairs. Okay. I don't trade other people's signals. Okay, Armin, yeah, that's a good idea. But it depends. Well, if they're good, maybe it would be beneficial for you to trade other people's signals. Especially if for some reason I don't know you're trading, but especially if you are for some reason losing. I pick people's brain a lot more profitable than their signals. So thank you. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I wonder if I'm telling you guys too much. Too much of my signal in the way I trade. I don't want to give everything away. I might stick him on my big $421 account, Potter. Yeah. What email do you use? I don't use any emails. But if I recommend any, I'd recommend the higher emails, like the 100 or 200 email, just to show you a trend, just a trend line if you're having trouble seeing the trend. How long do you double your money? How long to double your money? Who are you talking to? Oh, with Good Boy. Um, isn't he? Well, if he's averaging 22% per week, then I guess you can figure that out. I guess it would take probably with compounding. Um, I guess probably about a month, maybe less. That is if it doesn't if the account doesn't blow before that or it has a big loss. Um, all right, I'm coming back to YouTube. See what you guys are saying here. Well, you guys are all pretty active on YouTube. I'm getting more questions. Um, where's the best place to learn? Like I have no idea what a lot or lingo means, or where even to start learning this stuff. Most YouTube videos start with some sort of assumed knowledge. Uh, hmm. Where's a good place to learn? It's been so long since I've recommended a site. I think a good place to learn, the best place for me, a recommendation would be Forex Factory. So forexfactory.com, White List Productions. What do you think of the US the UJ today? Well, I think that if the uh, if the euro goes down, like I'm thinking the euro US dollar is gonna go down, which I'm thinking is likely since I'm in on the sell, that potentially there will be some upward movement on the UJ. These pairs are correlated: the euro US dollar, the US dollar, and the US dollar Japanese yen. So when the euro is going up, or the euro US dollar is going up, the US dollar Japanese yen is likely going down. That doesn't happen all the time, but for the most part, they are fairly correlated. And so I usually won't have, if I have a sell in on the euro US dollar, I will not have a buy in on the UJ. I don't recommend trading the UJ until all the BOJ news comes out tomorrow. I would stay away. So today, Stardima, I think that there isn't going to be a lot of movement. People won't be trading much on the UJ or any of the Japanese pairs until the news comes out and things are going to get crazy. Ooh, Good Boy's getting some bounce. Look at that, 20 pips. Let's see. The best place to learn by doing it is not by doing it. Is the best place to learn not by doing it. I don't really know what you mean by that. But you can learn by yourself by going to Forex Factory, looking at a lot of information there, and you'll learn gradually. That's what I did. Or you can find some mentors in places, or find people that can teach you some knowledge for free. Don't pay somebody to teach you. It's just, or somebody that you find online. I think that if you pay for somebody to teach you, do it through a friend or somebody that you know, somebody that you can trust more. If it's through some online offer, it could be a scam. It could be bad knowledge. I just don't want you to take that risk. Baby Pips, that's a decent place too. That's a good suggestion. But really, guys, check out forexsignals.com. Those on YouTube, and you can find some good knowledge there too. All right, so it's 11:30. I've been going for 2 hours. I'm probably boring everybody on Forex Signals, saying the same stuff over and over again. So those of you on forex signals, I'm going to try to be a less repetitive. I don't want the stream to be something that it's the same old, same old. I'm going to go over my trades quickly, the ones that I'm taking, and I'll go over price action quickly on the other pairs. I won't spend a lot of time doing that. I don't think it's necessary to keep going over saying the same things of how to trade my system every single day. It's not fair to those of you that have already been here. So I plan to continue the stream, get to the point, answer less questions. So I might not be able to get to all of your guys' all your questions. If I don't answer, it's not because I don't like your question. It's just because I'm trying to move things along. All right. So tomorrow and the next day, I'm going to try to spend no longer than 30 minutes on my stream. I know that you guys like the questions. I know you like me showing you charts and stuff like that. But you should be doing that on your own. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off. If there's any last questions regarding my trading, let me know and I can see if I can answer maybe one or two more. And that will be the last that I take for today. Scott Gregg, this website is forexsignals.com. It's basically a place where there's a community where you can people can give you advice. There's a live trade room. That's where I'm answering a lot of the questions that you're hearing. There is a forum there where you can get valuable information. They also have some traders that they give signals that you can copy as well. And so check that out. Hey Ryan, first time here. I think this is great. This is great how often you're here. Yeah, I'm here every day, so you can see what I'm doing. You can see what trades I'm in, what decisions I'm going to be making, all that kind of stuff. So keep coming back. Let's see. Any last questions on? Okay, so Potter, great job, Ryan. Thank you. Thanks, Potter. It's always good to have you here, and your humor. Yeah. I know that your humor sometimes rubs people the wrong way, but it cracks me up. Bummer I can't be here tomorrow. That's okay, Anchored. If you check out my YouTube stream, then you can see a taped screen, a stream of it. So I think that is the link. So if you click that link, it will send you to the current video. That's the stream that's happening. But you can subscribe to my channel, and so you can see the stream from yesterday, from today, or the stream that'll be happening yesterday. My 2 cents worth. When you give away knowledge, you gain, and the wheel comes around. Yeah, that's usually the case. It's a little different with the stream, though. I find that teaching, like I said before, I'm a musician, so teaching piano, a lot of times I learn some good techniques, and it helps me as well. The stream so far, I've learned some different things outside of trading knowledge. I think I've learned what questions people have, what they're looking for. I try to educate people in a different way, a way that's more realistic. And so I'm learning how to appropriately or try to work with this what I have here with the chat, trying to involve the community, try to answer people's questions, making sure that my trades are making sense, putting out trade ideas so people can follow some of the things I'm doing. And so, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the benefit of the stream. I want to help people, but I also want people to follow me, to follow my trades, my trading as well. We all know that we try to make a living in this forex world. I have about a $10,000 account that I'm trading, but it's also nice to have people follow me as well, because then I can help them make money while helping myself do the same. So, thanks, Ryan. So if I tell too much information, then people may try to copy my trading, and they potentially, if not doing it right, they could lose. I don't want that to happen. But I am telling a lot. I'm hoping that people are getting some knowledge, and they're making things work. Cheers, Ryan. Thanks, Anchor. Yeah, anchor. When you give away knowledge, people end up in a student's department. Yeah, because you guys gotta remember that I'm not. Yeah, I've been profitable for 15 months, but I I don't know what to call myself. I am I a pro forex trader? I don't know. Is it? I don't know if I would place that on me. I try to be humble in that way. I'm a trader. I've had a good track record. I don't have the Holy Grail. I don't think the Holy Grail system exists. I do think that the Holy Grail of trading is money management. I do think that. Is it basket trading? Is it what kind of money management is the risk that you're taking? Um, and I think also the Holy Grail is discretion, picking your trades, picking your battles, and doing that as well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it out. Thanks for watching the freaking 2 hour long stream. I hope that it wasn't too boring for you. And again, tomorrow I'm gonna try to stay in the 30-minute bracket. We're gonna stay to the book on the technical and some fundamental analysis, but it's going to be mostly I'm going to be zipping through the technical side and hoping that you guys can follow through. And so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow.